Really quickly, before starting this episode, I wanted to show off the 2 nighttime Zygarde cells I mentioned in the last episode. First, the one near the Pony Meadow entrance at night in the Pony Plains. And the second one in the basement 1 floor of the Resolution Cave near this second stalagmite. How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Pokémon Sun and Moon. Last time, we made our way through all of the ponies and made our way to the Resolution Cave to find the final Ultra Beast, UB-05 Glutton, aka Guzzlord, aka... And after we completed the mission, our journey as an Ultra Beast Task Force assistant or whatever is over. Although Looker did imply that there might have been another Ultra Beast somewhere in Alola that was pitch black but also was like bright lit at the same time. Anyway, Looker did mention that he was going to be at the Route 2 motel, so I think I'm going to make my way over there right now and see what's going on with this pitch black but also light at the same time Pokemon situation Ultra Beast thing. So, let's use Charizard Glide, and I hope I flew to the right thing on Route 2, because if I go to the upper flying area, then I have to go through a bunch of grass, and I don't really want to do that. Okay, we're outside of the cemetery, good. Alright, let's make our way, literally, because if I flew to the other one, the motel's right here. If I flew to the other one, it just would have been a complete mess. It would have taken more time. Sure, I'll spray another repel, well, although the repel would have saved me from dealing with wild Pokemon. Alright, Looker, you are in here? Yes, you are, okay. What is it? Has something happened? Do you need some information from me? Tell me about the UB? Didn't Miss Wiki say it wasn't a UB, though? Oh ho, how funny you are, James. We've caught all the UBs already, haven't we? I'm certain that black reflector that I thought I saw in Melee was just my imagination. Oh, so you don't tell me anything. Okay, well, I don't recall that dialogue going that way. I mean, it has been nearly 4 years since these games came out, so maybe I just don't remember things all too well when it comes to this. Anyway, so, what we need to do is we need to fly to the Howley outskirts on Route 1 near 10 Carat Hill. Because the farthest hollow on 10 Carat Hill isn't just a pretty sight. No, in fact, it's actually the home of the Pokemon Looker was talking about. So, let's make our way through the 10 Carat Hill Caveway. Oh, we have to use Tauros, I forgot. Alright, let's break through with Tauros, go all the way through, and let's make our way to the furthest hollow. And now that we're in the furthest hollow, it's just a matter of going through the grass and finding this Pokemon. Say hello to the Pokemon that Looker was talking about, Necrozma. This Pokemon is, I guess, considered to be part of the trio of Pokemon with Solgaleo and Lunala, even though it's not explicitly stated. But, Necrozma, very, very powerful Pokemon, as you can clearly see at level 75, nearly taking out Rabombi in one shot. There we go, Stun Spore lands, and now I'm all confuzzled because I was completely stricken by the ring out doing so much damage. Alright, so, and of course Rabombi only does like 17 damage this time. Necrozma, it's level 75, so should I be taking it on right now? Probably not, but I mean, I took on Guzzlord and that was level 70, so I think I can handle things. I don't want to use Pollen Puff against Necrozma because it is a Psychic type, and obviously super effective damage wouldn't really help me, so my best bet is to just use Dazzling Gleam and or Psychic in order to do enough damage to take out Necrozma, although that signature move it has that it just used is gonna be a bit of an issue. Alright, next Pokemon. I mean, does it really matter who I send out? Probably not. I'll just send Decidueye out, I guess. Actually, I could False Swipe this thing. Actually, that probably is the best bet. Let me False Swipe. I don't want to Shadow Claw it, because that would be super effective as well. So, going for False Swipes will probably be the deal, and then chucking some Pokeballs. By the way, its signature move will be a recharging move, so at least you have that to look forward to if you are dealing with Prismatic Laser a lot. It only has 5 PP, I think, though, so you should be okay, except when your Pokemon like Decidueye right now faints. Alright, Wishy Washy, how about you give it a shot? By the way, this music absolutely bangs. Give it a listen for a second, even though you kind of already did in the intro to the battle. Well, that was a different part of the song that I usually don't pay attention to. I was more so talking about the beginning, but you know what? Let's start chucking the Ultra Balls. 1, 2, 3. 1 Ultra Ball is all it takes to catch Necrozma. Very, very good, Wishy Washy. Necrozma's data will be added to the Pokédex. Necrozma, the Prism Pokemon. Reminiscent of the Ultra Beast, this life form, apparently asleep underground, is thought to have come from another world in ancient times. So it technically can be debated that Necrozma is an Ultra Beast, just from a different world than the other Ultra Beasts came from, even though they all, I think, came from different worlds anyway. It's just a little weird. I will be sending it to the box. No nickname, of course. I've only broken that protocol 3 times, technically, although with the same Pokemon twice. Anyway, sending Necrozma to the box, and I guess the mysterious life form that appeared to be an Ultra Beast, we can report our successful mission, question mark, to Looker, so let's go glide there now. Alright, Looker, well, you were kind of right. The Pokédex seems to think it's an Ultra Beast, so, I've finished the mission, I guess? What is this Pokédex data? Necrozma. It's black, yet it's refracting light. But we haven't had any word from HQ about such a UB. It must simply be a rare Pokemon. Still, it's quite remarkable, though. Well, that's, I guess it there for Looker. He kind of just sits here for the rest of time now. Anyway, this episode would be kind of short if I ended things off right now, so I think I'm gonna do something that I probably should have done in previous Ultra Beast videos, and look up the data for all of the Ultra Beasts that we've caught thus far, sans Nihilego, because I kind of already did that. So let's return to Aether Paradise. Hello, Miss Wiki. I have some Ultra Beast data that I want to know about. Show me UB data. Which Ultra Beast would you like to learn more about? Let's learn more about Buzzwole. UB02, codename Absorption, properly known as Buzzwole. This UB was sighted for the first time following the incidents at Aether Foundation. Its most distinctive feature is its skill to strengthen itself. Buzzwole is able to absorb energy and then achieve a chemical reaction between the energy it has absorbed and its own body fluids. So its own pee? As a result, Buzzwole's body swells to an almost explosive extent. So its muscles are made of pee? Its muscles bulge and are so thick and dense, because they have pee in them, that they are stronger even than steel. Well, you heard it here, heard it here first, folks. Pee is stronger than steel. Both its attack and defense experience a clear leap in power. It also displays a habit of striking a pose each time it takes any sort of action. It is thought this might serve as a method of communication, but it is not well understood. Oh, okay, well that's a little weird, and yeah, that kind of implies Buzzwole's bodily fluids, aka pee, are what makes it strong, which, I mean, I guess they can cure jellyfish stings, so pee can cure jellyfish stings, not Buzzwole's. I'm gonna shut up now. Circuitry. UB03, codename Lighting, properly known as circuitry. This UB was cited for the first time following the incidents at Aether Foundation. Its most distinctive feature is an organ that can generate power. This UB's bodily makeup is highly reminiscent of electric wiring, thus enabling it to conduct electricity with great efficiency. It can discharge as much as 1,000,000 volts of power at a time. When it begins to run out of power, it stabs its legs and tail into the soil, entering a tree-like stance as it absorbs electricity from the ground. Wow, actually that sounds pretty awesome for circuitry, not gonna lie. Let's go over Cartana. UB04, codename Blade, properly known as Cartana. This UB was cited for the first time following the incidents at Aether Foundation. Its most distinctive feature is its thin, razor-sharp body, of which every edge has as cruel a cutting edge as a well-honed blade. The edges on its arms are particularly in a class of their own. Any opponent who tries to attack it will be cut down with a single strike of its blades. That sounds more dangerous than a Beware hug. Its thin body also allows it to evade attacks by dancing lightly out of the way. This is a very dangerous creature considering its excellent offensive and defensive capabilities, but due to the nature of its body, it is also highly vulnerable to fire and moisture. And finally, the data for Guzzlord. But don't worry, I'll go in Pokemon Moon and I'll show the data for those exclusive UBs as well. UB05, codename Glutton, properly known as Guzzlord. This UB has been sighted in the Alola region in the past as well, according to our reports. It seems it was targeted by the International Police in a top-secret mission at that time. Its most distinctive feature is its limitless appetite. It feeds without pause every moment that it is awake. It uses the 2 large tongues that protrude from its mouth to catch and devour everything in its path, be it organic or inorganic matter. And while it eats such an inordinate amount, Guzzlord excreta has never been discovered. It is thought that it might fully convert the things it eats into energy for it to use. UB02, codename Beauty, properly known as Pheromosa. This UB was sighted for the first time following the incidents at Aether Foundation. This UB can reach speeds exceeding 120 miles per hour in just an instant. This speed is greater than any other living creature that has been discovered to date, but its most distinctive features may in fact be its beauty and its powerful pheromones. Most any creature that squares off against a Pheromosa becomes confused, as if struck by the beast's beauty, and loses the will to fight. It still is an subject of research, but it's thought that Pheromosa may possess some sort of organ able to produce a pheromonal substance previously unknown to science. UB04, codename Blaster, properly known as Celesteela. This UB was sighted for the first time following the incidents at Aether Foundation. Its most distinctive feature is the energy that it stores within itself, a flammable gas that it can shoot from its two huge arms. This is mostly used to propel itself in flight and for battle, but it is thought to have sufficient power and lift to even fly into space. Its bodily construction closely resembles that of a plant, and it absorbs nutrients from the soil. Next time on Pokemon Sun and Moon, we go back to Route 1, I guess, and our home, and we set out again from Route 1 and our house for like the 4th time now. Until then, thank you for watching, and I will catch you later.